Hollerin with Hollenbeck. Holleback. Joey Hollenbeck. It's that time again. We're going to get Joey on here. Let me call him real quick. Call Joey Hollenbeck.
Calling Joey Hollenbeck. Home.
All right. So, once again, it's Wednesday. Do these days just fly by? These things just fly by. It's nonstop. Every day is new. It's old. It's new. It's old. I keep. Hey, can you record for a little bit?
Yeah, but not right this second. I'm in the middle of a heavy cook-off right now.
Who you cook?
Nashville chicken, bro.
Well, talk to us while you cook. So I also am in. I keep forgetting today's Wednesday. I always forget.
The day must have got away from you.
My
brother's here also, so I'd like to talk to him. I haven't seen him in 3 months.
Who, Josh?
Yeah.
Tell Josh what up.
He said, "Hi, Travis."
Hey, join my Enumclaw discussion board page.
No, I don't want to get heckled.
On Facebook. Dude, it's blowing up right now.
No, I don't want to get heckled over there.
It is blowing up right now.
Isn't that what you do? Is just heckle people?
I created my own page. It's no holds barred. I'm trying to destroy.
Hey,
what?
Real quick. Guess what I'm cooking right
now? Nashville chicken, barbecue Nashville chicken.
Oh, and I'm 2 steps away from making perfection, bro.
Well, hand the friggin' phone to Josh then.
Okay. Hello.
Josh.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, you guys sound the same. You're on the podcast right now.
Oh, you're doing a podcast now?
I'm recording. This is what we usually do, Hollerin with Hollenbeck.
When are you not on a podcast?
That's a great question. It's all I do. I eat, sleep, and breathe podcasts. Are you
I saw your beard recently. That thing's looking solid.
It's looking very solid. Do you got a little quarantine beard going?
I've let mine grow out a little bit as well. So yeah.
Is the wife cool with it?
Joey calls me racial slurs when it starts to grow out like this. I won't go into too much.
Does your wife does the old lady like it?
She doesn't really weigh in too much on the whole situation, so I just go with it. Really?
She's not like, hey, that looks good on you, but she's also not like, that looks bad on you. She ain't saying anything on it.
She likes my, the hair on my head longer, and that's really the only opinion she gives me. I mean, she doesn't really.
Oh, okay.
Because I like to trim it short so I don't have to mess with it, and she likes it when I grow it out a little bit longer, but other than that, she doesn't really weigh in too often.
It's probably because you never age. In fact, I don't know who it was, but we were on a Facebook Live, and somebody commented, Josh Wiebenga never ages. And I don't know how that came. Yeah, I don't know how that came up. It was somebody who said, we were talking about nicknames and who was mean and who gave me mean nicknames and who was nice and who was the nice people. And I don't know if you were a mean kid back then or if you were a nice kid as a reference, but for whatever it came up as, it said, Josh Wiebenga hasn't aged. He looks exactly the same.
How would I have even come up in that conversation? Now I'm really curious.
It was, it was something to the discussion of kind of people who ran with other people. And I think it was talking about, you had your nice guys in some jerk groups and you had some jerk guys in the nice groups. And so I think perhaps you were that nice guy in kind of a jerk group. Does that make sense?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
20 minutes out easily. Tell me there's a new thing called text message because told me you can call. Joe said he's 20 minutes out.
For what?
I don't know. He just said he's 20 minutes out and you should have texted before you called him. I don't know. I just stopped by randomly. Now I'm on a podcast.
He did. you're being told how young you look and that you were a nice guy in the jerk group. Would you say you fit that mold better? That you were you the nice kid in the jerk group or the jerk kid in the nice group?
Well, I'd like to think I'm a nice guy. I'm trying to figure out what jerk group I would have been a part of. I mean, everybody knows Kale's kind of a jerk. You would admit
that. Wow, you just outed Kale like that?
I mean, I feel like we were all pretty nice. Kale's nice too, but
I know.
You know.
What are you talking about when he says your timeline?
Me?
Yeah.
Travis says that? I think he's saying someone else said that.
No. He's saying you are.
Somebody else said it. Though I agree. I do agree because it's like you kind of see these people that you're like, okay, I can kind of see what they used to look like when they were younger, and I can see the resemblance, but they're older now. You, and actually I would say Joey too, you guys kind of keep that, you guys kind of look the same. A lot more than other people do.
Interesting. I mean, I can't say I agree, but I'll take it.
Yeah, that's good. And so that's why you're...
Who said it? I mean, you don't remember who said it?
I'll have to go back in my live lunches and I'll text it later, but somebody had said it. I'll have to go...
No, it doesn't matter. I was just curious. Like tell them thanks for the compliment.
I think they were my grade, though. That's the thing. I thought they were my grade. I was like, how do you know who Josh Wiebenga is? So you were like popular. Yeah, you're popular in my grade, I guess.
I mean, I'm more curious just about that whole conversation of nice guys and whatever, and how my name came up.
I may have made that up. I may have made that up. I could have made that part up. I think it was about nicknames and that there's nice. I could have said the jerk group guy thing. I made a bit. I don't know. I've had so many conversations it could have blended together.
Right.
But we were talking about nicknames, and somebody gave a nickname, and they said Josh Wiebenga gave this nickname. Did you give nicknames back in the day?
Huh?
Did you give people nicknames back in the day? Were you?
I mean, not regularly.
A nicknamer?
I mean, maybe. Huh?
A nicknamer, where you were naming nicknames to people?
I wouldn't say I'm a nicknamer, but I may have given nicknames in the past. I mean,
do you remember any?
He can edit my awkwardness out, right?
No, you're great, Josh. You're not awkward at all. Okay, let me ask you this though. I was getting crap from people the way I take selfies when I take a selfie with somebody, and we were at Cougs Giving, and I thought, hey, cool. A lot of my friends are your friends, and I was gonna shoot this picture between us and send it to them, and they said that I'm creepy with my selfies where I touch the head. I touch the, like my head like leans into yours. Did you feel like that was awkward?
At that point in the evening, I had quite a few beers, so I'm not going to even say I felt any awkwardness, but maybe that's a judgment on me. I don't know.
Did you feel? Did you feel?
I felt the love, Travis.
Good.
I felt the love. That's all I felt.
Good. Did you feel the awkwardness when I wanted to recreate that same picture again at Joey's 40th? Was that awkward?
Probably the same logic applies where I've had enough beers to where I only felt the love.
Okay, good. Because I did. I'll tell you more so it will sound more creepy for you. But I waited because you were playing beer pong and you were crushing it. And I probably waited 25 minutes of you just crushing people in beer pong for me to get the opportunity to just get a quick selfie.
You were like, all right, I'm just going to get a picture here. Hang on a second. I was in the zone, and you were not having it.
It was because I was there for 25 minutes. I thought at some point you could break off. I mean, I've seen professional athletes break away from what they're doing for a quick selfie every once in a while. You were so focused as if you were in...
Yeah, when it comes to beer pong, I get real serious, and it's like, I mean, I played a lot of beer pong in college, and so it had probably been a good, maybe 5-10 years since I had played, and so I just got right back in the saddle and was in the zone.
Are you a better beer pong player or a better flip cup player?
I don't really like flip cup. I'm more of a beer pong guy.
Okay, so flip cup is not your forte.
No, I haven't even played it that much.
Oh, okay.
We just stuck to beer pong.
And that was college for you. It was just beer pong tournaments left and right.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much, we would play beer pong before we went out and about pretty much every night.
Do you remember, have you listened to the episodes with Joey yet? Have you listened to like handful?
Well, you're going to have to repeat that because Joey's
just
talking shit about you.
He's ranting right now. What was he saying?
He's cautioning me that you're trying to pry and that I shouldn't give away my secrets.
Yeah, are you a better beer pong player or flip cup player? Don't let that get out there.
No.
Did you listen to the episodes?
What was the question? What did you say?
Have you listened to the episodes that we've done with Joey? A couple of them.
I've listened to some. I can't say I've listened to all of them.
That's fine. You don't have to. Now, have you listened to the one where we mentioned you and he had stories, college stories, maybe of some fights or perhaps some just partying? Did you listen to those?
I listened. Yeah, I listened to the one where he talked about the fight in Enumclaw, and that was great because that's a good memory where he came out and it was the whole, basically a fight, a group of us it was a huge fight, and he came out and that's a good story. But the other one that I thought was hilarious was when you asked him what song reminds him of me.
Yeah.
And I think he said Thug Passion or with Tupac or something like that. And I thought that was great.
Why would that be?
I never really got the explanation of exactly why that was the song, but I didn't disagree with it. Good choice.
Did you want to share your side of the story of where he said he mentioned or you told it at the wedding, at his wedding maybe, or the time where he talks about how you or maybe he shared the story at your wedding, pumping the BB gun, and then do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I'll never forget that. I thought I was gonna die.
What's the age? What are you thinking? How old are you at that point?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's just say I'm half the size of him now. I was probably a third of the size of him at the time. I mean, he was giant and I was really small. When I was younger, I was even I was a skinny little kid when I was younger, and I don't really remember the specifics, but of the whole cocking of the gun. What I remember is when I was running from him. Now, when it got real for me was after I had thrown the gun down and was sprinting away from him.
At that point, the gun was just weighing you down. Like you're like, I got to get away as fast as I can. I can't carry this thing anymore.
Yeah, and I was just doing laps, and I think I was even kind of laughing a little bit because I thought I could get away from him, running around the tree in our front yard. And then I slipped and fell down, and he just I feel like I still remember his eyes just being so big as his knee was just coming right down on my chest.
Oh,
just like he was so happy, and I was like, I'm gonna die.
Did he have the crazed look, the crazed happy smile that he's gonna murder you?
Joey's in the background and said, think about how Kate feels.
Man.
No comment.
No comment. Now, Josh, what about you? Since we're talking about fighting and this and that, did you ever get any fights, any fist fights or anything like that? Or were you the guy that would kind of jump in because other people were getting it and you had to kind of help out?
No, I went through a phase. I went through a little phase where I was, I think I was getting into quite a few. But Joey has cautioned me heavily that...
Is he your lawyer all of a sudden? We're just talking about elementary school fights.
Apparently, he's my manager over here. Apparently,
yeah. Okay, well let me ask.
No, I went through a phase where I have to say while I first couple years in college, I was It was a little. There was quite a few fights, I would say, in the over the course of a couple years, but stupid. It's what happens when you're young, and I don't know. I was wrestling in college, and I don't know. It was an interesting time, interesting phase of my life, but really the story that Joey told about the Enumclaw one, like those are the types of examples where it wasn't like I was really like just out trying to fight everybody. It was
right
where situations pop up, and if there was a confrontation that I would just jump in. I wouldn't try to avoid the situation. I would just kind of jump right in.
Now here's the crazy thing. Okay, so I don't remember you as being a hothead. Like, I don't remember. I feel like you were always kind of like Zach Peterson, like just kind of like smiley. You weren't very intense. Just kind of went laid back, went with the flow. So to hear this other side, I was like so surprised that every once in a while, you would be a little more aggressive.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I mean, I wasn't out like seeking fights or anything. It was usually where, it's something where, I feel like kids in their 20s when stuff, when there's gatherings and situations that pop up, it wasn't like I was, I think that your assessment is correct. I just was, there was just a phase there where I wasn't. Well,
what is Joey saying? Why is he against this right now?
He's over here cooking Louisiana chicken. I can't even focus because I'm starving, and he's going to take him like 3 more hours to make.
Did he say that it would be real quick? Did he say like, "Hey, don't worry, it's going to be"?
I just stopped by. I wasn't even planning on eating here. I was just going to come by, say hi, and maybe have a beer, and then head home. And then I walked in the backyard here, and he's got all this. I'm like, who's going to eat all this chicken? It's just him.
yeah. He's
like, well, if it's good, I'll eat it all week. I'm like, okay, well, thanks for the invite to have some.
Exactly. He's the type of guy that's like, hey, thanks for the invite, but does he ever invite? I mean, he does invite us, but not as much as he complains about not getting invited to stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like Joey doesn't want me having you to talk. This is what I'm afraid of. Joey's an interesting guy. He's got stories, this and that. And he knows that. But maybe he's starting to think, maybe the whole thing, it's like Josh has got all the great stories. Josh has got all he's the fun one. And Joey's afraid of me finding that out, and that we would then change this from Hollerin with Hollenbeck to Whalen with Wiebenga.
No, Joey is much more interesting. Joey and Zach are your people. I'll just stand in the background and listen to their podcast. And what needs to happen is Joey can be on the podcast. I'll sit in the background and I'll chime in. I can't be the main show.
Okay, well, I like the break, actually, the break away from him. Last question. I'll give you the last question, okay? Because maybe your wife will listen to this. Maybe people want to hear about this. How'd you meet your wife?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I met her at college. I met her in Ellensburg. And it was right before I graduated college.
Like right before, like a month or 2 months?
Maybe 2 years, or she's 2 years younger than me, year or two. 2 grades younger, if we can put it that way. I had seen her and like ran into her like when I was I would say sophomore in college, and she was, I don't even think she was a freshman in college yet, but she was in Ellensburg because she's from Cleveland. And so there was like, I had recognized her before, but never talked to her or anything. And then, I almost was like going to move out of Ellensburg, like graduate college or whatever. And I met her, like probably 2 months before. I think it was probably April time frame. I graduated in June. So, 3 months where met her and started hanging out. a bunch. I met her at the Wild Goose Casino in Ellensburg.
Oh, I like
Well,
that.
not met her, but that's where we started kind of, I don't know. They had dollar Coronas on Wednesdays, and everybody would go there. So.
I like it.
Yep. So it doesn't sound like a very romantic story as I'm telling it right now. But I did end up, I stayed in Ellensburg for like another year after I graduated and didn't really like move back to the west side. And I just stayed over there and did electrical work because that's what I was doing while I was at college. And stayed over there until she finished. And then we kind of moved over here and got married. Yeah.
So
not a very good story for you.
No, come on. That's a good story. That's a great story. So you stayed there for a year for her. Like you would have, if it wasn't for her, you would have been back over here. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, I would say, so you got to think about the time. So I graduated college in 2007, so 2007, 2008, not great, not a great economy anyway.
Yeah, true.
So I had a good job doing electrical work over in Ellensburg. And we were pretty busy over there, so I figured, well, I'm not in any hurry because she's still in Ellensburg anyway. So I just kept the job that I had while I was going to college anyway and kind of made it even more full-time than it was while I was going to school. And it worked out well because, she was still over there and stuff. So, yeah.
When did you get the house in Enumclaw? Was it Law from Boy Street?
Yeah.
The reason I remember that...
Yeah, we rented a house off. Well, I call it La Framboise. I don't know. Everybody.
Yeah, everyone. La Framboise, La Framboise. Yeah, exactly. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, we rented that for a year I think it was after we got married. Because I was up in Bothell for like a year. I worked up there with an accounting job, and then I got a job at Boeing, and then we moved to Enumclaw, and I think it was after we got married. Yeah, we rented a house for like a year, and then we bought a house in Maple Valley, and then now we're at Black Diamond. Now everybody knows my life story.
So you bounced around. The only reason I remember that is because I remember taking the kids out trick-or-treating one year, and we went down. That's kind of that was like the great street to go down, and that's the furthest we would go as well because we lived on Kibler. And I remember just going up one day and knocking on, kids knocking on the door, and then lo and behold, Josh Wiebenga's opening the door, and it's his place. And I want to say, I remember two things stuck out at me. First off, seeing you, that was the first thing. The second thing was, I feel like your stairs were very unsafe, like the railing or something to that extent. Like I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fall off this thing, or the kids are just gonna nose plant off these stairs.
I'm trying to think of it.
I feel like
it was a rental, right?
Yeah.
I don't really remember the front door. We didn't even use the front door. It was just us two and the dog. You're probably right.
Yeah,
If you did fall, then I would have directed you to my landlord, and we'd have been all good.
That's funny. That's good stuff. And then the other time, see, this is Josh Wiebenga flashbacks. I remember, I think it was MRCC, seen at MRCC at one point too, and I was like, oh, sweet. Because you don't see everybody, when you go to church, there's a special thing to see somebody that you know. It's kind of nice. It's kind of like you see a bunch of people that you kind of know. You're like, oh, I recognize this person maybe. But then you're like, oh, that's Josh, sweet. So that was pretty nice. That was pretty cool. But
yeah, it's always good to see you at church.
Thank you. Now, are you still going there? Or are you going someplace else in Black Diamond?
Yeah, well, no, we're still going to MRCC. Yeah, online. Have you been doing the online stuff?
I've popped in there every once in a while too. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice.
It actually, if you can get for me, because I got a 3 and 6-year-old, if you can get them like settled, we try to get Luke, the 6-year-old, watching the kids.
Right.
The kids are MRCC.
Right.
If he's on that, and then Presley, the 3-year-old, if we can get her occupied, then watching it online is pretty good because we turn on YouTube on the actual TV, and it sit down and
it's right there
pretty well.
I agree. Yeah, no, it's actually very nice. It's to me, you're thinking, is this how it's going to be? All this, like, is this how church is going to be for those people that kind of like, all right, well, rather than trying to get the kids all ready and wake up and load everyone in, here I can just kind of like experience church. Right. You know, I'm not saying like every Sunday, but like every once in a while, you're like, well, you know, so-and-so's sick. Now we can just, you know, rather than take them to the school or to the church school and get everyone else sick, we can just chill here and just enjoy our church service and not have to worry about all that.
I will say it's easier for like when you have real young kids because it's hard. I mean, when we go with, you know, when we had Lucas when he was younger and now Presley, she's 3, like one of us is probably going to be in kids like with her in the playroom anyway, you know, so really it's only one of us sitting in the sanctuary anyway. So it's easier with small kids, but I feel like going to church you can't really compare being home. It's a different experience.
Right. Exactly. You gotta it's good I think it's good to have that backup, but you should be going. You should be hanging out with people. Well, is the chicken done?
Joey just said, "Can he make me a sandwich?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So I think he's throwing one together. Now someone else came over here. I mean, I don't know what this guy's up to. I'm way past. I need to be home right now.
That's okay. That's okay. And he what did he say?
I don't know. I'm just walking back in the house. He's talking to Tommy over here.
Oh, it's Keto Tommy?
Yeah, it's Tommy.
All right, well.
Here. I'm going to hand you off to Tommy.
All right, Josh. Thanks, buddy. You're the man, dude. Take care.
Hello.
What up, Keto Tommy? About time we can get you on the podcast. Don't worry, I'm recording everything. It's not live, but we can still pretend it is.
How you doing, man?
Good. How about yourself?
Just trying to stay sane out of this quarantine.
Yeah, I can see you're really quarantined to your house. I think that's really cool. Is this
Well, vodka is essential, so I was just dropping off a half pound of vodka.
Is that a keto thing? Is vodka a keto thing?
It's 0 carb, as long as you put it with some sort of a LaCroix, sparkling water, or whatever. It's really just dependent on the calories that you consume. But yeah, it's 100% a keto cocktail.
So if you drank it by itself, took shots of vodka, which sounds terrible, but people do that. That is a legit keto drink.
Without a doubt. I mean, you still obviously have calories that your body is consuming, and if you're super, super strict, I'd probably say don't consume any liquor when you're trying to be on keto. So like if you're a keto beginner and you're trying to cut weight, I wouldn't consume any vodka. So when I first started, I didn't consume vodka or any alcoholic beverages for 3 months, and I lost a ton of weight.
Goodness.
Which is like, that's also insanity. So then I lost quite a bit of weight, and then I just started introducing, vodka really, and a little bit of whiskey there, but really it's just vodka's the go-to. But vodka really, as you consume those calories, I'd probably keep it like to 2 cocktails a night, or however many you're going to try to consume at a time. I'd probably keep it no more than 2, without it really affecting what you're doing.
Well, let's talk. Let's talk about it real quick, because here's the thing. We've always wanted to have Keto Tommy on. In fact, Joey has said, hey, let's have Keto Tommy on. Obviously you're known as Keto Tommy. You have a Facebook as Keto or as an Instagram as Keto Tommy. But can you quickly explain what keto is?
So, without getting too technical, keto is really a state of ketosis that your body is in. So really what it's doing is it's, your body's looking at it, instead of burning fat that you're putting into your body is then using ketones for fuel. And when it's running out of fat on your body, so to speak, it starts burning the fat that's naturally sitting on your body. So when you get into the state of ketosis, which there's a lot of ways to test for that, I can get into that in a little bit, but when your body is in ketosis, you can just see how fast and how many ketones you're actually burning. And the higher state of ketosis you're in, the more fat your body's being burned. So there's times where, let's say you're in a high state of ketosis and you eat something that's got let's just say, too much sugar content, so your blood alcohol or your blood sugar spikes, then your body is really kicking itself out of ketosis because it's basically telling your body, hey, don't worry about those ketones. I have fat that I need to burn, so I need to consume that and process that first. So that's a very non-technical explanation.
Yeah, that's good. So how long, when you first started, did it take for you to get into ketosis?
Everybody's different. It took me 4 days to get into ketosis.
And then how long did you maintain ketosis?
I probably stayed in some state of ketosis for 13 months.
Wow. What kicked it out?
Me. I think that after I hit about my 1 year mark, I obviously was well past my goal weight that I wanted to achieve. And I had like a cheat weekend, which in fact, a lot of people that are, they're not experts, but they're like people that I follow that are in the keto community say that sometimes it's actually a really good thing to completely get out of ketosis, and it almost like shocks your system, so to speak, which is sometimes a good thing. So, now I'm in kind of maintenance mode. I've been going at it now, 17 months.
Wow.
And yeah, I will typically go like Monday through sometimes Friday, and then like Saturday is like a cheat day, and then Sunday I get right back at it. But then I really kind of consider like Monday through Friday again of being super strict about it.
So then
but for me, like doing it for so long, it's really turned into like a lifestyle. I just, like I always try to tell people, like, take me anywhere and I can eat keto. Take me to a 7-Eleven and I can find something that's keto that I can eat.
Oh, wow.
And I think a lot of people have that misconception of like, oh, I'm on a diet. I can only eat and do these things, or I can only cook meals at home. I can't go out.
Well,
so like I can take me to any restaurant. Take me, like I said, take me to a 7-Eleven and I can find something that's keto that completely satisfied my appetite. And it doesn't even bother me anymore.
So what's your Instagram, first off?
Keto Tommy.
That's it? No underscore or anything? Just Keto Tommy?
Nope. I nabbed that sucker before it blew up.
Nice. So next thing is, on your Instagram, I've noticed, because I've been following you for about, 6-7 months now, you will have, is it not necessarily recipes? Maybe there are recipes, but it'll be a picture of, and I'm so surprised at some of these pictures. I'm like, that's keto? I can eat that? That's keto? And would you say that, are they 100% keto? Are they like 90% keto? Like, what are some of those pictures that you're posting?
I would probably say that 98% of the product or recipes that I post are keto, without a doubt.
And name some of this, because I think when I think keto, I think of just like bland, generic, black. What are you posting? What is your what food can you eat that you're posting that's making it sound like someone like I want to eat?
Sorry, hold on, Joey. Joey's getting me a charger here because this phone's about to die.
Okay.
So basically, if you're looking at, I don't know if you're looking at my handle right now, but the census on keto is low carb, high fat. So there's so many things that I absolutely love about keto that I'm thinking about it. It doesn't even faze me. Is like, if you go and look at almost any condiment in the condiment aisle, I'm a huge condiment guy, is almost all of them have 0 carbs, right? And at most, some of them have 2. The ones that you need to refrain from or stay away from is like ketchup, because ketchup has sugar, right? So I purchased a sugar-free ketchup. You can buy them at any grocery store, Safeway, Kroger, KFC, you name it. You can find a sugar-free Heinz or even a Kroger brand, right? So for me, I can pretty much kind of dress anything up that you may consider kind of bland to make it keto, right? So I can do everything from super healthy, like straight up just a salad, right, to things that are just grimy, that are like burgers that are, either lettuce wrapped, that have bacon, that have cheese, that have mayo, that have onion and avocado. All of that is right up keto alley, right?
So what
then there's things in there.
Yeah, sorry, real quick. I do have you pulled up here on this thing. I'm looking at like pancake, maybe a little bacon griddle, or maybe sausage griddle. I'm looking at a pizza. I think I'm looking at. I'm looking at like some steak, obviously, but yeah, you got like 4,000, almost, what is that? 4,500 followers. Like, you're crushing it right now. Ah, man, dude, you got some cool stuff on here. Is this stuff that you've like cooked yourself and taken pictures, or is this like what you've like got off of Google with their pictures?
Yeah, I mean, so the pancake McGriddle thing is like my go-to. So that's like a almond flour pancake that you throw like a sausage patty, American cheese, and then I throw like what they call like it's like a product called Chalk Zero maple syrup on it, which I honestly, after eating it, like, it's better than Aunt Jemima. It's better than Log Cabin.
Is it
like
better?
Maple syrup. My kids love it. Like, my kids absolutely just devour it.
Is it better than Mrs. Buttersworth? Because Mrs. Buttersworth, you can put on a turd and you'd eat it. At least I would. Is it better than Mrs. Buttersworth?
I would eat bark with that Chalk Zero. I would think that, like, you cut a piece of steak and just charred the shit out of it, and I put Chalk Zero on. I was like, this is pretty good steak, man.
Well, so where do you find this syrup at? Because I might get it. Where do you find this syrup at?
So you can get it on Amazon, but I actually buy it directly from them because they carry a lot of other products that I add to my cart that just end up making it free shipping.
Gotcha.
And then there's a couple other people in the keto community that allow you to get like a 25% off, sometimes a 30% off discount that you're not going to get from Amazon. You know what I mean?
Right.
So no, but the pizza that you see there is a recipe that I didn't develop. It's actually a really well known gal that's in the keto community, and her handle is a Keto Copy, and she makes what's called fathead dough. And the fathead dough is made with basically just mozzarella cheese, so and almond flour, baking powder. So you melt it all together, whip that up, roll it out, and bake it like you would like a pizza. And it cuts like a pizza. It tastes like pizza. It's crazy.
It looks good. It looks good.
It's so good.
What's that little drizzle you got on top? What is that little drizzle?
So that is a honey cream cheese drizzle. So it's got like agave honey with cream cheese that got like just kind of whipped together, and then put that in a bottle and drizzled it over.
My goodness, it looks delicious.
So that's like my take on what I call like a copycat from Forelli's. You've probably been to Forelli's, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's their Northwest traditional. So that pizza there has chicken sausage with fennel, thick cut pepperoni, Parmesan, mozzarella, and then like a tomato base.
Man, looks good.
Oh yeah, that's killer.
Wow.
So 600.
So real quick, Tommy, you start at what weight? And then you went to what was your goal weight, and then where did you finish?
So my goal weight was right at 180, and I started at 218, and I hit my goal weight probably about after 9 months.
Wow, is that working out too? Are you running? Are you treadmill?
So
what's your goal weight, Sugar Tip?
Right now I'm at 242. I'm hoping to get up to about 270 by the end of the summer.
By the end of quarantine?
Yeah. If I can come in just under 270, I've done a good job.
So not only was I doing keto, but I also did Orange Theory. So I was doing Orange Theory like 4 days a week, and I was just super dedicated, waking up, doing the 6:15 class, and doing that about 4 days a week, plus keto. And once I started putting the Orange Theory on top of the keto, it just started melting off. I think I lost 20 pounds before I hit OTF, And then once I started doing OTF, the final 10 finally came off. But the final 10 was just an absolute struggle. You know what I mean?
Really?
At least for me, it was. I was so hard to get over that hump, and I was really, really working hard at it, and it just took months. But, like, the thing is I always tell people to take a mirror photo. For how weird it sounds, is like, just get in your underwear and take a photo of yourself, because everything's right there in front of you. But if you
send it to me,
then I send it to Joey.
Send it to Joey. A before and after for Joey.
But what I noticed is like the scale may not move, but like you'll notice things like your face or your stomach or your arms or things that like you aren't thinking that either you're getting definition or you're not losing weight. And it's kind of crazy because you're obviously adding weight if you're working out by muscle, but you're losing fat. So like the scale goes nowhere. And so I think a lot of people get super discouraged and then they just quit. But like, I think the biggest compliment is when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're going, damn, I'm actually making a difference. So I tell people all the time, guys or girls, take your clothes off, get in your underwear, take a photo,
send it to Joey,
and send it to Joey, and then you're going to really see a difference in your body. It's so much easier to do that. And that's also coming from someone that weighed themselves every single day for like 13 months.
Does it become like an obsession, or is it a habit? Like, at what point does it move from?
It became a total habit. So I always tell people, if you do something consistent for just like 11 days, just do it for 11 days and stay consistent. You'd be amazing how many habits that you start breaking. And then, like I said, is like, if you look at my page here, there's a lot of damn good food. So like, I wasn't starving myself.
Yeah. Real quick.
You know,
I'm
never starving myself. And I also tell people too that are like going through some sort of a diet, maybe it's keto, maybe it's not. But I always tell people, if you're hungry, eat. Your body is not meant to like starve yourself. If you're hungry, eat. Your body's literally telling you, I'm hungry. I need something. You know what I mean? But I will tell you that I've done so many different diets. I've tried everything. Keto is the only one that not only do I lose weight, but is the only one that I'm literally mentally sharp. I've never been mentally sharp like the way that I am. I get people all the time that are like, dude, you just seem different. What's going on? And I'm like, I have the mental clarity like I've never had before.
Wow.
So your body just gets into this state that's just kind of goes crazy. And then, like you said, it kind of becomes addicting because you feel good. You're eating good.
You know what else is addicting, Tommy? Cocaine.
There's probably no carbs.
Then you don't even have to diet.
There's probably no carbs.
Lose weight randomly.
There's probably no
That's
carbs.
a great idea. Joey's, that's a little pro tip.
Yeah, I mean,
Cocaine is keto.
Cocaine's keto, and you know, it also probably prevents you actually from eating at all.
So, dude, guys, seriously, Keto Tommy Instagram, he's got like 100 pictures of the best food you've ever seen in your life. Now, did you make these, or did you Google image these?
So I would probably say about 90% of that stuff is like a recipe that I created. And if I didn't create it, I always tag the person that I get the recipe from.
But so you made it. So you made it yourself. But those are your dishes that you took pictures of.
For sure. These are not Google pictures. These are all my
wow.
photos. I create all this stuff. But what I'm saying is like, if it's not my recipe, I'll tag them in it and give them the recipe credit just because I feel like in the community where people work hard to like either come up or develop these recipes, like give them the credit where credit's due, you know?
Absolutely, dude. So let me ask you this then: Is horny goat weed is that keto?
You know, when I said that you can find anything at 7-Eleven, you know what I mean? And you probably can find horny goat weed at 7-Eleven.
Well, if you can find it at 7-Eleven,
crack cocaine and horny goat weed. I'm gonna research that to see if it is. I'm holding the bottle. I'm holding the bottle right now.
Let's see.
It doesn't really say. I feel like it should
Let's
say
see. Horny goat weed. Let's just do a quick little Google search here and see if I can find any nutritional facts on it.
I gave that to him hoping he'd share the wealth.
Didn't.
Bottle was empty in about 6 seconds.
Dude, I don't even know half the stuff that's in this. Like the horny goat weed, which is.
So why do you care?
Well, I was just curious.
There's none.
It's rice flour, vegetable magnesium, stearite. Reduce, reuse.
Why do you even care, crap?
Joe, what is? Why are you feeling aggressive right now? Don't you have Josh beat you up again? Put you in your place? I'll have Josh do it.
Guess what? Tommy's done. Big Bear's on.
Did you?
I just made keto Tommy sandwich.
Dude, that sounds hot. Are we talking about the sandwich, or are we talking about actual food here? Or are we going to make a keto Tommy sandwich at some point in our lives?
No, I actually just made him a Nashville hot chicken sandwich, which is not keto.
Is he going to eat it? That's the question.
No, they just threw it in the garbage. What a dick.
he just stomped on it. What a jerk. Big fat jerk.
No, he's eating it.
Good.
He's got to eat it. No, you get so many carbs. One bun is it's only 16 carbs. I went low carb on it. Or 7 carbs or something like that. 25.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks for listening. Appreciate everyone listening to this episode. And
thanks for coming out. Thanks for listening to Hollerin. We'll talk to you next time.
How you been, dude?
I'm good, buddy. I'm like straight corn. Well, I am perfecting my cooking skills. Tonight I made Nashville hot chicken, and it was not tonight. It's been a 3-day process. It turned out unreal.
What do you mean? How is it?
I should have taken into consideration what you told me about filming what I do. But I basically took full chicken breast, organic chicken breast, cut them in half, not widthwise, but horizontally, just made them thinner. And then I just made a marinade in buttermilk and hot sauce and seasonings, and I let it sit in there for 24 hours, and then pulled it out, made another batch of a little bit more of the hot sauce stuff, the buttermilk and hot sauce, and then I just put that chicken through a flour dredge that's super seasoned and hot, and then put it back through the buttermilk and back through the dredge. Did that with what I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I had probably 16 of them that I had to do. And then I put them in the fridge for a couple hours, and then pulled them out and let them come to room temperature. And then went outside to my outdoor kitchen and freaking fried them up. Dude. And then after that, you do a cayenne pepper with butter and a little bit of the oil you cooked in and a bunch of other seasonings. And you make this glaze, and you glaze over it. And I think I might have perfected Nashville chicken.
So then how much chicken did you make with this?
Well, right now I have 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 12 breasts left.
Wow. And so is that boneless or is that bone in?
Where it's coming out. Yeah, I already told. Boneless. I did boneless.
And so is this going to be where you're going to have it for lunch for a few days, dinner for a few days? Is it going to be your breakfast, lunch, and dinner is what you're saying?
Absolutely. I love it. I just want to perfect things. So I made a coleslaw with dill pickles in it, and made a homemade coleslaw with it. And then I got some organic buns, and I put that on there with sliced pickles. And then you put that on there, and then you put the coleslaw with it, and a little bit of mayo. Dude.
Sounds so good. I'm hungry as heck too.
Big Bear's real. That's weird. You look full.
Oh, you can't see me. Good, nice, good joke there. Real funny.
I saw you on Facebook Live today.
Oh, did you? Hey, thanks for saying hi. Appreciate it.
Wasn't that the point? Well, I saw it 22 minutes late, so sorry.
That's okay. It was
you
crazy.
Don't ever give me a heads up when you're going to be on there.
Listen, buddy, you should know 11:15 every day. You should know that. That should be something ingrained in your brain. But that's okay. That's okay.
Cool. So we're going to talk. So cool. So we're going to talk shit to each other right now. We're supposed to be a team.
We are a team. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little aggressive right now. I feel a little left out.
You are aggressive, but I understand. I understand why. I understand why you don't have Nashville hot chicken sandwich in front of your face.
I don't. Got a little FOMO going right now. Josh, Keto, Tommy, and Joey just hanging out, and I have to call to find out that
Josh is my brother and Keto Tommy's my neighbor. So what do you want me to do? Get in your Mini Cooper and drive over here.
I would, but I listen to my Governor Inslee.
He's a bitch. Inslee, that guy didn't know that head from his asshole.
You know what's great? You know what's great about
Actually, he's doing a good job on what he's doing, but at some point he's got to like start to pull the reins back a little bit and just be like, okay, all right, you're right. You know what? Like, okay, let's do this and let's do that. But he's like, oh well, who knows, dude? They're saying in fall it's going to be 20 times worse than it is right now. Is what I read today. So what? Our kids are going to have zero education?
Yeah. Our kids are going to be, everyone's going to be educated like an Enumclide, and they're going to see what it feels like. Just kidding. That's
Love
a joke.
you, brother. Hey,
Bye,
Josh
Josh.
said to edit your whole entire conversation with him because he said that he didn't like the way you spoke to him.
Is he serious? I'm leaving it in.
No, he said I'm leaving everything in. No, love you, brother. Absolutely. You want to bring one to 8? You know how to make it?
Yeah. You got 9 minutes, Joe. 9 minutes, but I got to get out of here in 9 minutes.
Why? What do you got? Fire going?
Yeah.
With a fan on it?
Yeah.
Relic?
Yeah. Yeah. Which is an ingenious trick by me. By the way, Enumclaw.
Right, let's talk shop.
Okay, Enumclaw community, guys, join Enumclaw discussion board. I don't care. Everyone's manually, it's automatic approval. You don't have to answer a bunch of questions. I'm the only admin on it, so just let it roll. I don't care. Obviously I care about some of it, but like one person posted something that I had to delete, but I probably won't delete your stuff unless it's like really bad. But like, who cares? I want to crush Enumclaw Community Forum so bad. I want to crush them. I might just buy a bottle.
Wait a second. So hold on. You told me I have 9 minutes, and all you're doing is promoting yourself.
Well, you're saying bye to everybody. I'm filling it up. You're like, you have like 40 people that you're saying bye to right now. I'm
just being a nice guy, bro.
I know you are. I'm just feeling.
So you started this community just to say, basically, kick everybody in the dick and eat them call.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to listen, Joey. I want to crush people. That's the one thing about me. I obsess over stuff, and so I'm gonna go buy a cigar, and I'm not gonna touch it.
I think I'm gonna have a cigar tonight as well.
Well, I'm not gonna touch it until we crush Enumclaw Community Forum and Enumclaw Community. Dude, what do you guys got? Some religious ceremony of saying "I love you, brother" like 100 times before, and then a hug before you guys leave?
Just because you don't love your brother, just chill
out. Ridiculous. By the way, shout out to Kellen Hall. Time out, Joey. Just a second. Shout out to Kellen Hall. He is
and me
and you. And I would like you to shout out Kellen Hall as well, because he is our first.
Shout out to Kellen Hall.
He is our first Patreon member. He has done the highest.
I've always loved that guy.
And he's buying a T-shirt. So I got to get him a T-shirt out to him. They're $20. You go to Patreon, Full Buddy Cast, search those, and you'll get our Patreon. You can do, there's 3 different tiers. A $5 monthly donation, or, pledge, or whatever you want to call it. It gives you a little bit, it's like PBS. Gives you just like a shout out. I'll say your name. A $10, that's for you. Tell me what you want to say. You want to propose to somebody? I'll do it. You want me to wish a happy birthday? We'll do it. You want Joey to say how much he loves you? He'll do it. And then for $20, you get a t-shirt
I better get some kickback,
and everything
bro.
else. Oh yeah, you'll get some kickback. But bring some
Hey,
people.
real quick.
Yeah.
Do I gotta buy my t-shirts? Because I haven't had mine yet. I haven't gotten mine yet either.
I know. Dude, shipping's like $7. I'm gonna drive it to you at some point.
When I come to Enumclaw, just put it in your freaking t-shirt gun and shoot it out your front door, and I'll just catch it.
When you hop the fence to go take a piss, it'll be waiting for you.
You can do that too, buddy.
Anyway, so I had a rant and rave there. Yes, I've got my own. I want to crush them, but we can move on from there. But please join Enumclaw community. No, don't join that crap. Join Enumclaw discussion board. And yes, I spelled board, BORED. Very sarcastic. Shout out to Holly for giving me that idea as well.
What's your beef with them, bro?
So they kicked me out. They kicked me out of their friggin'. They deleted me and blocked me from their stupid page. So I'm creating my own. I'm going to crush them.
Why could you even spend too much time at Crystal Mountain?
I was saying.
This guy's an outsider.
I got that for a second there. For a moment, I'm like, "What is he? What did he like trying to say? Crystal Meth?" And he said mountain, and I realized what he said was Crystal Mountain because I drive girls up there, and they reject me, and I drive them home. So it's
I leave him for dead. I leave him for dead.
But I'm too nice for that.
No, you are. I'm way too nice for that. I'll lay a blanket out for him. I'll light a candle.
Pop up some Martinellis. You didn't like our last episode. How come?
I don't know. We talked about a little too much about BBC and.
And what we're talking about is the British Broadcasting Network there, where we just love our English news. Sorry.
And the huge black guy that has the foot-long diner.
You mean
that you would not let go.
You mean the man's arm that's growing between his legs?
That you would not let go of.
No, never. Cheeto fingers.
You really miss it. Hey, I'm gonna be frank with you right now. You're really missing out on this Nashville hot chicken.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. And I want you to do the videos, man. Will you do that?
That would have been like a 3-day video.
But that's okay. Or at least do pictures, or just do something real quick. Okay, here's what I'm doing real quick. This is how I'm doing it, and then boom, it's done. Here you go. This is what it is. This is the glaze. Boom, it's done.
Why do you think I'm friends with Keto Tommy? Because he does all that shit. I don't do that.
Is he going to take pictures of it?
I better start though. Now that he's got 4,500 followers,
dude. He's crushing. And by the way, let me ask you this: I don't know what happened.
Are you gonna drop a Keto Tommy? Are you gonna drop some love to Full Buddy Cast and say follow Hollerin with Hollenbeck?
Just tag me and I'll post it on the story.
Oh, absolutely.
Done deal.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Hey, you didn't hear that? That's from my ears only.
Okay, so what's up with this other page you had that kind of went away? It was like two bros and Joes and JoJo's and
no big smoking Joe.
Yeah, Big Smoking Joe. What it kind of people are jumping on it again. Are you gonna start putting new stuff out on it or
people are kind of jumping on it randomly again? People are bored.
Here, do what you're doing, take it up there.
And Tommy's showing me what to do. I should have freaking done this Nashville chicken thing because this Nashville hot chicken is legit.
Should take a quick picture of it. Not right now. But
I will. I'll stage it with some parsley.
There you go.
Like I'm at the Lee.
Or
an orange wedge and a piece of parsley.
Or you should just have a little piece of it just wedged in your teeth and just take a picture of your big smile with it and say, "This is that chicken I was talking about."
I can do that. You take a picture of that BBC and your smile.
You're so stupid.
This is what so everybody knows what we're talking about.
You're so stupid. You're funny as heck. Hey, we were gifted. Hey, we were gifted something nice for the podcast room.
What did we get?
One of our friends, mutual friends that we can't talk about on the podcast. He had a gift for me. I social distanced at his house again last week. I didn't puke everywhere, and he had a signed die cast of Casey Kane's number 5 car. Signed by him and everything. He said, "This is for the podcast room for you guys." I'm like, sweet.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks.
Shut up. I got to cut that out now. Friggin' jerk.
Hey, when are you ready to get a poster of me up in there?
When are you going to bring one? I kind of, you know what I would love? I would love to have
I got a whole bunch. I got a whole bunch at the house.
I would love to have one, and I would love to have, even if you had a cardboard cutout of you, that I could sit here and look at you and hear your voice and feel like you're here in the studio.
I have one of me sitting on the edge of the bed with nothing on. You want that?
Oh, a little light switch? A little light switch instead?
Wow. It was cold outside, fucker.
I had just come in from a cold day's walk. Oh man.
Yeah, I just swam across the White River in November to get to Buckley because the bridge was closed.
What do you expect?
The bridge was closed, asshole.
Oh man, I'm telling you this right now. When you're an admin or something, we've been talking for, I don't know, about an hour now, and I have just seen one notification come across my friggin' phone after another about so-and-so commented, so-and-so posted, so-and-so. I don't know, I'm like, I'm going to come back. I'm going to get off this phone. This is going to be the dumbest decision of my life, was to create this thing. Because it's just going ham right now.
What's it called? I got a pen in my hand. What's it called?
Enumclaw Discussion Board, but it's spelled Bored. You don't have a pen in your hand.
B-O-R-D? Yeah, I do B-A-R-D.
B-O-R-E-D. What?
B-O-A-R-D.
No. B-O.
What do you think I have the...
No, B-O-R-E-D. It's a play on words. It's bored. If you're bored.
Oh, so you're bored.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, what do you think? I got one of those, like, when I was a kid, I got one of those, like, express reading things where, like, they...
Hooked on phonics.
Remember those? Yeah, you could read a book in, like, 3 minutes.
I think this...
No, I didn't have that, dude. I was writing it out. I wanted to make sure I had all my punctuation right. Good.
Did you capitalize all 3 words? And put them in parentheses and put them in bold and italics? In Joker font?
Enumclaw discusses board. That's what it is, right?
Enumclaw discussion board.
I'm just messing with you.
You're such a dork. Hey,
Thank you for clarifying.
Hey, are we chilling next week?
Where? What are you talking about? Yeah. Is the band getting listed?
No.
What are you talking about, man?
I don't. I'm just joking. We're not hanging out next week. By the way, shout out to Kellen Hall. Kellen Hall, thanks for being a supporter. $20 supporter.
Kellen Hall, much love.
Super much love.
Way to support Trav's freaking Pepsi habit.
Dude, I can support. I can move up to 2 liters now, man. I'm excited. Pop that 2 liter.
Dude, though. He's a good dude. His whole family's first class.
Yeah, I agree.
Good people. Good dude.
Well,
good family.
Joey, we're gonna get going.
Been great talking with you, man.
It has. I did 20 minutes with
Sorry you called me right in the middle of
perfection. A
cook-off
perfection.
session, like a major cook-off session, which I'll send you some pics. It's pretty legit.
Please do. And then when we post this on the Full Body Cast page or whatever, in the comment, I want a picture of the chicken.
I'm gonna give it to you right now.
All right, I'll post it too.
And then I want you, after I send you a picture, I want you to Google Nashville hot chicken and tell me if it looks any good.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Love you, Joey. You're the man.
Thanks for listening. Hey, Trav, have fun at Crystal Mountain tonight, you creep.
I will. I'll be driving by your house nice and slow, and I'll bring Tommy with me. Me and Tommy. Ask Tom if he wants to go to Crystal Mountain with me.
I get top bunk.
All right. Take care, Joey.
Talk to you later.
All right. That was a quick hang up. Felt like my feelings were hurt there for a moment. It's like, all right, couldn't get me off the phone fast enough. Everyone, thanks for listening. Big shout out to Kellen Hall. If you guys want to support Full Body Cast Patreon, please do. If not, no big deal. I know. Hey, I get it. It's freaking coronavirus and the economy and whatever. But if you want a t-shirt, that's the easiest way I could have set up. I didn't want to set up an online freaking website just so I can sell a couple t-shirts. So if you want a t-shirt, $20, go to Patreon, set it up, send me your size, send me your address, and then I'll get that out to you. Thank you guys so much for listening. We got Hollerin with Hollenbeck, Joey Hollenbeck. We had Josh Wiebenga. We had Keto Tommy. Check him out on Instagram and check out these delicious pictures. I'm talking drooling right now. And also thanks for our main man, Joey Hollenbeck. Take care, everybody. Have a great, safe, beautiful quarantined week.